Fiat Pax in Virtute Tua. Hi, I'm R.I. Mossstone, and today at the end of Mass, right when we were about to say our prayer to St. Michael the Archangel, very apt in this circumstance, our priest let us know that the axe was going to fall on the Mass of all ages, right as we were welcoming 120 people into the Catholic Church at our very own extraordinary form celebration. I can only imagine what they're feeling, as for many of them, it is the beauty of tradition that has drawn them to the church, and this is now going to be replaced with, quote unquote, the Latin Mass of 2002, end quote. As we all know, this is the Novus Ordo Mass, said in Latin, as if Latin were the central issue of how we celebrate the holy sacrifice of the Mass. And as a cynical middle-aged woman, I did not think I had anything to add to the issue, especially as we have so many commentators of great depth and wisdom and knowledge. Michael Matt, Anthony Stein, Taylor Marshall, et alia. There are so many people who could comment on the fine details of this issue. But I did think I was being called to comment on something in particular, something that came up for me personally. And this is how it could splinter us inside the church according to our temperamental inclinations. As many who know Catholics know, we tend to veer towards either being glad trads, sad trads, or mad trads. Sometimes depending on our mood, sometimes depending on our personality. And I would like to address you three groups in particular, all of whom I have been a member of at some point in my life. First, the glad trads. I know you're disappointed. You were probably drawn to so many of the comforting exteriors of the extraordinary form, and you're probably a very tender-hearted person, and such an anti-pastoral act on the part of our shepherds is going to hurt you. I hope it doesn't hurt you so much that you turn away from the faith, especially if you've just found it. On the other hand, if that is not going to be a problem for you, I hope that you don't shun too much your more wounded brethren either. We need your cheerfulness, we need your enthusiasm and your unflagging nature. We really need that to support our unity. If you are more of a mad trad, we definitely need your vigor and your conviction. But I hope your righteous indignation does not boil over and scorch those around you, spouse, children, fellow parishioners. If a fight comes, if a debate has to be had, we know that you'll be there for it. But in the meantime, we must turn the cords of our righteous indignation against our own personal vices through prayer and fasting. If you are a sad trad, you are probably weeping, and you tend to weep the most because you so greatly appreciate the beauty of these channels of grace that the Church has amassed throughout centuries of guidance by the Holy Spirit. And it is important for us to remember that those channels of truth, beauty, and goodness, they are still there. They are not injured. Our access to them is what has been injured. So, do not infect your fellow brethren with gloom. By all means, if they do not see the injury that has happened, your sensitivity will be there to show them that. But you can use so much of your energy to focus on the beauty that is still there, like sun, moon, and stars above clouds, all still there, even if we can't see them through that fog. So please let us support each other. The clergy looks like it's not going to do it for us. This is not the first time the laity has had to hold on to the faith, and we have seen such a resurgence that I couldn't have imagined when I was a teenager, that sages such as Father Malachi Martin had predicted. We're going to get through this. Take heart. Christ has overcome the world.